6 and we come back for dinner.
Before you guys leave though, what did you say?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey. Did you guys want to get my email this morning?
No.
Okay, this education thing isn't going to be quick results because it's been built for so long. It's been going on for so long, and just because we're allowed to go to school now doesn't mean on the under they can just disregard us, which is what they're doing now. So the thing that we have to do now is bring everything to the light, and it's going to be a long battle. I can guarantee you that now, because I'm not saying I have great hair and all that, but I'm saying that I've been trying to do this at my school, and we started this when I was in junior high, and I'm graduated now, and we only got maybe like a little bit taken away, because at first we had an 80% test, which if we didn't pass that test, we didn't graduate. So then we finally got that changed, but now it's so much other stuff that we need to get changed. And so the thing is that we just gotta stay constant, consistent, the whole nine. Otherwise, everything's gonna be the same.
And to all the older people in here, I hope they have a good report, but if they don't be condescending. Don't fool them if you don't think their report is good. Give them honest feedback. I get tired of people using you. You're supposed to be growing. I know.
Going to the schools and talking to the kids. This is a key part, because oftentimes when you go and talk to someone more so than you wouldn't, then you're getting through to them, and that shows that you care. Going to the board meetings, that shows the board that we're here and we're ready for a change, because parents have so much power, but then yet they still don't come. And students do too, but then when they have their parents right beside them, then they can't be stopped, because we're the ones getting the education at the end of the day. Anything that helps, having community events, like doing other things than just parties, just going around cleaning up an environment or something, cleaning up a park, just more and more. Show the bad side of not having an education, meaning like what can happen, like have someone who ended up on the streets and is barely surviving, and talk to them and tell them like this isn't the way to go. Education is the best way to go. And study halls, tests, discussion, group discussions, those are big, because, yes.
So I have a question that relates to the elements that you see in terms of the exercise. I want you to define and clarify what your tool is. Is it an application, or is it a series of functions under which you will chunk all of that up to an application? Is that what that is? Okay. And and your tool is an online technology application in order to assess the value of education. Is that correct?
What the application is the formula for how Team Energy works, and you're going to take Team Energy to your school.
Right. Okay, fantastic.
Basically what our Team Edgy is not only for education, but it is a framework in general that we can use to apply to anything. So that's one of the things we need to clarify is regardless of how we deliver these steps, this is the basic tool. This is the framework of identifying the problem, defining the outcomes that we'd like, and then our third one is target, where we want to be, and testing the theory. The fourth one is series of activities, which is our plan of action, how we're going to get there. Our fifth one is our time schedule, setting our goals and making sure we're following up. Our sixth one is our method of communication, and our seventh one is stats and analysis to make sure we're getting there. So we've just said education as an example of how we could use Team Edgy, but it really could be applied to any problem that we face.
I think it's awesome, and I too, I love your holistic approach. But one area, because Alice asked us to looking on the other side, is I didn't really hear your marketing plan, because what I really feel is so awesome about this is that when you talk about an application, it's the same as an iPod application. So you're gonna, there's a lot of money in that. if those applications, those programs are only $3 each or $5 each, and you're marketing to over 100,000 people, how do you plan? What is the marketing plan for projects?
Can I just jump in here to help you?
Well, we got it.
I'm sure you got the answer. One of the things I do want to clarify is the workshop or the exercise is around creating a tool.
Okay.
There's a ton of detail that clearly they have developed, which will funnel up into their application.
Okay.
So I think the mission of creating a tool that would allow them to assess in any particular piece. Any other questions? So your question's valid.
I have
Yes,
a comment.
Yes, sir.
I think it should be underscored that there is parity, balance of men and ladies. In the past, it's been the ladies running the show with you, and we got some brothers up there.
I think it's safe to say that this group accomplished their goal. Oh, I have a question.
No, we didn't move them out. We just told them, like, if you can't work, then you gotta go.
Any other questions that relates to the tool that they've created? Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
I did hear you say that you would track from grade 9 through 12. So it would seem to me that it would take about 4 years before national would receive any funds.
Well, not necessarily, because the fact that they have the application and the instrument,
Right.
we were not gonna go for results. We were gonna go for demonstrating that we have the capacity to track and to, a lot of programs are long-term. So that wouldn't stop National from getting some money in education, because we got a vehicle and a tool here by which to do the work and to assess it.
And then also with that marketing, we came up with like a list of stuff that would make us money, like shirts that said Team Edgy, like a whole bunch of stuff that we can sell on the side to make our funding. A movie, that would bring in sponsorships. Miss Alice Hoffman, get into the fund.
If I can gain your attention, one of the things that's actually, as Ms. Huffman actually said, when we had our facilitators meeting, this is actually a part of a process that you as leaders go through and should be going through every single time you meet in your communities. So it's, as in the immortal words of Ms. Huffman, somewhat fortuitous that this afternoon and tomorrow you'll be going through this process together in other workshops. And while you're here, you should be networking to build what these young people have built in terms of an application in an hour and a half with a marketing plan that supports itself and sustains itself. So I think, congratulations, you've met your goal.
Real quick, I just wanted to say that you all did what you should have did. You brought the whole team. You showed that you had a unified team, and you showed power. So if you went to make a presentation to a school board, they would see a group and they would have a feel for that group rather than just an individual presenter.
Real quick, I would like to thank our instructor for letting us be creative.
Can I just say one thing? We got to a time frame, so we kind of said 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. So I think what we need to do is congratulate this group.
What we have.
And then questions after. We can do Q&A after, because the group will still be in the room. Congratulations.
You guys did a great job.